Hello, and you're listening to the Rollercasters, hosted by
Bhargavi Kamchali.
Janani Jain and
Tansi Dungana, and welcome to our brand new interesting podcast.
we three are great friends and we are a random group of weirdos with weird lives.
We talk about random topics from fun, weird, and barely discussed topics.
For us, the Rollercaster is a platform to express our talent, skills, and emotions, I guess.
Welcome to the fun.
We publish new episodes every Friday and do subscribe to us. You have to listen to more podcasts. And for now, bye.
Toodles!
Bye.
Welcome back, and you're listening to the Rollercasters. And this is your host Tansi Dungana, and
Bhargavi. I'm not saying my full name anymore.
okay. Now we don't have Janani again today, and I think Bhargavi would care to explain why.
As said in the previous episode, she's teaching aliens, educating them, and she's going to be recording her, she alone, a podcast where she's going to be the host, and that will be out next week, maybe. So, yeah, that's the thing.
Also, we have Aryan as usual here to accompany us. But in today's episode, we're talking something very spiritual and cool. So I don't think Aryan will be able to, in any way contribute. But
Talk
I
about
think, talk about it, contribute. But then, maybe after since he's listening to us, maybe we might ask him a few examples, very simple ones, towards the end, and a few questions.
I know the first one. Like a guy is some.
Wait, don't tell it yet. We'll give you time. Now, today we are talking about Ikigai. Now, I think a lot of people already know about it.
I'm expecting a lot of people don't know about this.
Yeah, right.
Because I didn't know about this until today morning. Until Tansi came up saying that, do you know Ikigai? Go search it up.
Yeah,
And that's how we decided to take this as a topic.
yeah.
But we were really suffering to get the topic for the next episode. Anyways,
So, Ikigai is a Japanese concept that literally translates to a reason for being, a reason to get up in the morning and to enjoy the meaning of life. Passion,
Yeah.
purpose, or something one lives for. It's pretty understandable if you see.
yeah, it's like the reason why you're alive, ever alive, the reason why you're ever alive, like the reason why you have to live and not give up your life.
And everyone has a Ikigai. You can think of it as an ambition, but Ikigai is something way more simpler. Not everyone wakes up to fulfill their ambition. To basically makes you happy. Honestly, Ikigai makes you happy, and it's a very happy topic. And I was telling that not everyone wakes up to fulfill their ambition. Some people just wake up to live to survive the day, and maybe that's the Ikigai. But I think at some point, Ikigai can be a very simple thing, like just waking up, just enjoying the day, just enjoying life, or it can be something complex like your ambition. It depends, honestly. According to us, it depends. We don't know about it. We don't know much about it. Also, if you guys really want more information, you can go and read the book. I mean, if you are good at reading, if you want to read it, go read. It's a book. You're still in first grade. It's okay, Arya, no problem. You can read it when you grow up, okay?
I can read.
This is a bit too much for a level, Arya. Yeah, okay. So, I was telling that You can go read the book. None of us have read the book because
Yeah.
Bhargavi doesn't like to read, and so do I.
I don't like to read. See, thing is, when I start reading a book, it's obviously very boring in the beginning, so I give up really quickly. So
Same thing.
I have this kind of a thing like, if it's not good in the beginning, then how is it going to be good in the later? But that's actually the point of a book.
I know.
So yeah, but then
Everyone tells that.
I love reading books.
he loves reading books.
I think there's a question mark.
No.
So, yeah.
So yeah, I read this book. I will suggest it. It's known as The Reckoning by Sarah something something. It's really a very big name. I can't pronounce it. So it's something like Pitboren or something like that. Just type The Reckoning in Google, you'll get the book. It's really great. Full of suspense from the very beginning. I really read it every page.
Nice. Now,
Reading a book? Not exactly. Okay, fine. Ikigai.
yeah, Ikigai. Now, so as we told you, so I actually came to know about Ikigai when I was in this course. It was a personality development course, and
He took that and woke up every day at 5 a.m. to just go visit that and half an hour or 1 hour course.
it was a 1 hour course. Also, it was for 30 days. But then that's how I learned to wake up early in the morning. And it's not like I wake up every day at 5, but it really helps me because like half of the time, like, yeah, I can't complete notes and I can't do everything by the previous night. So I have some time before to prepare.
I actually wake up at
It's not only that.
my school time.
Yeah, but during vacations, he wakes up at 10, which is very early. I don't know why. When I was younger, I used to wake up at 1, straight up 1.
I used to, yeah, one was like the usual like 12 to 13 hours sleep.
I know, right? We need it.
And my mom and dad would be like sleeping, doing everything, and I'd be sleeping over there.
I love
Sometimes, because I don't want to get up and help them in cleaning. They'll shout, "You're not doing it this way." Anyways, that's all. Yeah, that's right.
go to bed whenever.
Just you, Ikigai. I have no idea about this.
Yeah, it's Ikigai. So I have this little thing which I'm going to show to Bhargavi, but I'm sorry you guys can't see, but I'll post it in
Our
in
Instagram.
Instagram.
If you have heard any kind of disturbance, don't mind it.
Yeah,
It's someone came to knock on my door.
It's like
Yeah.
a
Oh, okay, great. So this is like an Ikigai chart apparently. So
It looks like a flower. In between is written as Ikigai. That's it.
yeah, there are 4 circles that are at some point overlapping each other, but not entirely overlapping. In between you have Ikigai, and then we have like different color formation due to the 2 different
Yellow,
colors
red.
of circles mixing together.
yellow, red.
I think you guys 1 minute, just a minute. Yeah, you'll understand when you see it. So it says Ikigai, and then in one circle it says what you love,
Yeah.
and within it says passion and mission, and it says delight and fulfillment, but no wealth. Now this is about how you want, what's your Ikigai and how it should be. And then we have what you're good at. In that we have passion as well, and then we have profession, and in that we also have satisfaction but feeling of uselessness, comfortable but feeling of emptiness. Wait, that was for a different thing, sorry. Then we have what you can be paid for. Now all of this combines to your Ikigai, that is something like a job, you know. Then what you can be paid for is profession, vocation, and comfortable but feeling of emptiness. So yeah, it is a mix of all of that. But then we have what the world needs. We need a mission, we need vocation and excitement and complacency, and but a sense of uncertainty. I sort of understand. So this is basically a Japanese concept meaning a reason for being. And I think when you guys read it, it will be much more clear.
I don't get any of this.
I'll send it to you, Bhargavi. It's okay. It's actually pretty simple to understand once you see the chart. But since you can't see it, like this is all I read was like this. You know?
I'll open it out in Google.
Yeah, okay.
Google Mother. It will everything.
Yeah.
I'm writing in Google Mother.
Yeah, and I collected a few other things, some more stuff.
Actually, so nice to Ikigai.
Ikigai.
Do you think Japan people use this to have less murder and everything?
What we have.
What?
What we have.
No, see, I feel that people use this as a tool to not get to suicide or something.
Yeah. No, this is basically a key to happiness. That's what the book says. Ikigai, a lifelong. Wait, just give me a minute. It says.
It's a book on Ikigai. I found a book.
Yeah, it says Ikigai, colon the Japanese secret to a long and healthy life.
Happy life.
Healthy. Sorry, no, it says a long and healthy life, but also happy.
What we have, we'll put it
Yeah, I see a book in
Yeah.
different book.
Yeah, whatever we have, we'll put. You have a lot of things actually. A lot of things I found on Pinterest, which I'm very happy about. It's pretty nice. So we'll post all of that on Instagram. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and let's get deeper into Ikigai. So let's start with it. So first one, it says like what you love, passion and vision. No, it says what you are good at, passion and profession. So clearly it says like what you are good at. Like you are obviously knowing or unknowing you are good at something. It could be drawing, cooking, cleaning. That's also a thing. Then staying responsible. It can be any kind of value that is anything to get.
Anything. It can be anything. It can be the simplest thing, like organizing or just even handling people, communicating. It could be anything.
Yeah, not getting angry, studying.
Yeah, like not having anger issues. There are a lot of professions. Actually, all professions encourage the fact, of controlling your anger and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's what you're great at. So you should that could be a profession because it's coming under subdivision of passion and profession. So if you're good at something, you obviously love it because you're good at it. So that's your passion, and you can change your passion to your profession. See, I'm not good at the thing that I like. I'm really bad at the thing that I want to become in life. But there's a point of it. There's a part of it which I love to do a lot. So see, that's how my passion becomes a profession, and I'm good at it. Obviously, because I'm good at watching stars at once at night, but still, it's a passion, and it can become a profession. So whatever you like, it
can. Like if you're watching movies, at the same time you like stories, you can probably be like a playwright or a movie writer.
Yeah, play director, book reviewer, movie reviewer,
or a director.
Yeah.
You do whatever makes you happy. I think
like go outside and play.
Yeah.
Everything has a way. See, if you're not becoming angry quickly, you can go to psychology part. Because that's where you have to not get angry quickly and irritated, because you have to treat people who are really, really, and no offense to them, but they will have some kind of problem. And for some people, it irritates a lot. Like for some people, when they go to the psychiatric field, they start treating, they get irritated up to some extent. So if you're not getting angry and irritated really quickly, you can go to this field, and it really helps. So that's your passion, and that's what you're good at. You can make it as a passion, and you can become a professional from that.
So I have a little something here. It's called Awaking Your Ikigai. Now let me just read it out to you. It says Ikigai represents the Japanese wisdom of life. There is no single optimum way to find Ikigai. Like Bhargavi said, it's something in your mind, and I think there could be more than one Ikigai. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking, sorry, wrong English. I meant
I'm
assuming.
Yeah, you're assuming.
I'm assuming that there might be more than one ikigai, because there
There
are
are.
because
There are.
we have our parents, right? Our parents wake up because wake up in the morning and they think about us and their jobs. That is two things: taking care of their children and their job. You know.
Yeah, like they go
Yeah.
and wake up very early.
And I think that's a valid point because I know why I feel this could make sense. I know if any of you at night just start crying or speaking or just start screaming like an idiot or just like something you do at night which is really stupid. I do it a lot. I sometimes cry, sometimes just start screaming in the middle of the night. Sometimes I just start talking to myself. That's when I'm really stressed.
They're talking about is funny.
No, it's actually scary, yeah.
I know.
Because at night when you like scream, you're like literally waking up your parents who are like half asleep. So it's kind of a bit scary for them, but I find it really stupid in my place because I'm screaming and I have no idea about it. So that kind of an ikigai, I feel like that's a like not that conscious, subconscious ikigai.
No,
It
I
could
don't
be.
mean like just like randomly waking up. I mean like it's kind of deep.
No, see, that has a point,
It does.
because it's not that. And I feel it's weird. Like, not everyone just starts screaming or crying or just start talking in the middle of the night, right? It's just, so I feel that has an ikigai and the way of saying itself. It has a way of representing all our
Yeah,
things.
reason for
We
me.
don't know subconscious.
Go get up in the night and get some milk.
Yeah. So here we have a waking of your ikigai. So I think I'll finish this and then we'll have our opinions. So I'm gonna start from the starting. I'm gonna start again. Ikigai represents the Japanese wisdom of life. There is no single optimum way to find ikigai. It is up to you to find your own ikigai in your own way. Ikigai gives your life a purpose while giving you the grit to carry on. Ikigai gives you the appetite for life that makes you eager to greet each new day. Ikigai is a spectrum, can be small everyday things to big goals and achievements. Ikigai is a cognitive / behavioral hub around which life habits and value systems are organized. The belief in the ephemeral of ikigai, being in the here and now, is possibly the most profound. You can find and cultivate your own ikigai, grow it slowly until one day it bears original fruit. Living in harmony with other people and the environment is an essential element of ikigai. Ikigai can literally transform your life, live longer, good health, become happier, etc. Ikigai is a universal commodity to be handed out to everyone with an eye for it. The greatest secret of ikigai, ultimately, has to be the acceptance of oneself. Ikigai does not have to be directly associated with one's professional life. Ikigai reinforces your already held intuitions. Ikigai is a process of self-reflection. Now,
Before that, about something looking at this picture, ikigai resembles the structure of an atom.
structure of what?
An atom.
An atom. Okay, yeah.
Not exactly, but it actually does look like one of the atoms.
Okay.
Guys, a bit simple. A bit. Okay, fine. I started with the first. Let me finish the second, third, and fourth point. Just prayer explanation, and we can share opinions. I forgot to continue. So second one, it says what you love, passion, mission. So what you love. So see, it comes along with what you're good at. So whatever you love, you're good at it, and it should become your mission to follow your passion and follow what you love without getting this, misleaded on the fact that what you're actually loving is not what you actually love. It's hard to understand, but think for a second, you might understand it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard.
It's not exactly that, because many times when you go to something and you say that let's take now that a person want to become a veterinary doctor, they say that veterinary doctor is actually not that a great job, and they say that person to become a real doctor. Why does he become a veterinary doctor? So this idea can get you misplaced because you love animals and become a veterinary doctor, but when the idea of money and better job comes, you get misplaced with the fact that you can become a doctor. So that's why follow what you love, don't care that, and just become what you can. Whatever it is, whatever you love, even if it's a tiny thing, do it. Don't leave
Do it
anything.
because you're going to be happy. I mean, you won't have the pressure to really like earn or whatever. But that is there in life. Obviously, you have to do to live, to survive at some point. But the fact that what you love, like you do what you love, keeps you happy, is bigger than
And
being
also-
a profession. Is even bigger than being the. It's even more. It's more like at some point it is more important than graduating, than anything. Like anything in life. It's just important to be happy, which is
And
hard.
life is short. Life is short. So
Yeah,
laughing every second, even during the worst day, morning, like the worst, how your morning can start, even if it's the worst way possible. Like today, my morning was absolutely worst. I woke up late. I didn't get a bath. My camera did not work. Net was really slow. I had several shoutings from my parents because something happened with the bills. So I was included in that. And then there were so many things missing. I did not bring 2 books. It was very bad. But the fact that my book, okay, I know that's silly Tansy, don't laugh, don't like give that question mark face. Thing is, I know I never read the timetable. I bring whatever books I know and sit in the office. So that's why I forgot 2 books. It was really bad, but the hope that I know that the future, like that is going to, the rest of the day is going to be good. It's going to maybe be something really nice. Then why have to sit down like literally being moody and sad about the thing that has already passed? So it's better to look out for the future, but not in the sense where you'll get stressed, but on the sense where you'll get more happy.
yeah,
So if you're getting stressed, forget it. Don't overthink. I overthink a lot. It's not bad, but if you overthink so much, any problems, you realize that in your way. Don't interrupt. Giving a motivational speech.
God. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bhargavi. Continue.
Yeah, let me continue. So, yeah, if you overthink a lot, you might figure out more problems that will come up on your way when you want to finish a thing. So just write down your things, don't overthink, start doing it. Whatever will come, whatever will go. It's fine. Just do what you can. And that's important. But try your best, don't give up. Yeah. Now that's speak.
Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying, but all I was trying to say is just, like be happy and future is there. But okay, see, I wouldn't say not to overthink. I was saying that overthinking leads to good decisions at some point. But like if you overthink, you stress yourself. Okay, see, I'm a person who overthinks.
Stress yourself. I overthink mostly every day and it always leads me to a stressful situation. I can't calm down.
What I'm trying to say is I almost like think about like everything like one day, but like that's okay because ultimately I keep smiling and laughing, so that's okay. Also,
I just stopped overthinking because I know what is going to happen if I plan my entire life out. Fancy plan her entire life out, which is really
the best.
reasonable. But I feel like if I plan my entire life out, I'm going to miss the thrill of my life. Up to some extent, I don't like plan things now. I just want to go with the flow. Whatever's happening, happen. Whatever, but still, what homeworks and all, what I have to learn for the next day,
That's different.
that is planned. That's another thing. But planning the life literally gives me shivers and I'm like, what am I doing in my life? That question just comes up because I was talking to this lady, this legendary lady one day about this session we had in school. And she told her entire life plan. She said, I'll go to SATs, I'll do this, and I'll eat. She told her entire life out. And I was like, what am I learning too slow? What am I doing in my life? That was the next question that came to my brain. I said, don't plan if you want, no offense, really good. You have it, but in people like me who think like me, at least a bit, I I feel planning your life out is really going to take a thrill of your life. You have planned out everything. So if anything's going to come up, you have no idea what's going to happen. I just like to keep the roller coaster ride a suspense more than just knowing what had happened already.
Very, very motivational. Very, very. This is
Yeah. Okay, third point. We finished what we love. We got a bit misled. Okay, third point. What the world needs.
Before you move on to the third point, no, wait.
What's
Hold
an
on.
occasion?
No, wait, Bhargavi, hold on. See, first things first, you don't have to explain the rest too, because I've got the 9 keys to Ikigai. Okay, so the 9 keys are: first, do what you do best. So 1 minute, Aryan. Don't move on with it. Yeah, so do what you do best. Okay?
First one. Second one, can I know how to say no?
So, and the second one is know how to say no. Now, the first one is explained already by Bhargavi. It's well explained. Now, the second one, which is know how to say no. You know, it's hard to say no to some people. It's no, not some. I mean, at some point, it is hard to say no to a lot of things. You know, but then you
The world forgot to say no. The world forgot to say no because people are like, I know why. They're just so. No offense to people, but I think people will be braver than they are. They must just go and say no on the page. I mean, it can lead to problems in the future, but at least you just stood up, whether it's for yourself, someone who something, or you just stood up for something that you don't like. So people must learn to say no and must learn to complain. Not complain is to confront what they feel like. It's literally disturbing them. If you're getting assaulted, harassed, or anything's happening to you verbally, in the sense, you have to go up and speak it to that person like, no, just don't come, just don't speak like that, or just talk assaulting and harassing her in, like verbally like that. So yeah, Nancy, you can continue.
Yeah, so Aryan would like to read the next point.
Take care of your energy.
Yeah, so in this, you need to take care of your energy. It's similar to everything we have said until now. So it kind of summarizes everything, you know, like you need to be happy, but you have to try your best to be happy. And like, you know, you can force yourself to be happy sometimes, honestly. If that results in happiness, then why not? I don't know, but yeah.
Can't force yourself to be happy and try it. If you're sad, it's fine. It's an emotion. Cry, stay moody, it's fine. But at some point, try to love. But don't force yourself to stay happy. It's literally going to suppress everything inside you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll read the next one. So the next one is practice continuous personal development. So that also summarizes everything. So you can have a very sweet routine throughout your day, like
Eating stuff.
yeah, no, I don't mean it like that. But then you can have a fixed time to wake up. You don't have to pressurize yourself to wake up early in the morning. But I think I've read it somewhere that if you wake up every day, it actually makes you much productive and happier. Also, if you wake up early, you know, you just have enough time throughout the day to finish your stuff and then relax towards the end, which is honestly the best feeling. But I don't know why I can't continue. I can't be consistent, but I need to be consistent, everyone. So
if you have to cover up on your sleep, if you have to catch up on it, sleep, it's fine. I have a lot of sleep to catch up on.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping till late.
Yeah, I mean, see, you can wake up early and then finish your stuff and sleep again in the afternoon. Afternoon naps are the best. Or evening.
Yeah, but then, it's good, but I don't prefer it. Like, it's better. Yeah, that's also a great idea, but
You want to give an example, Aryan?
Yeah.
Aryan wants to give an example.
Or you can also make like a timetable.
Like a timetable. Yeah, right.
yeah. If you can't follow the timetable, it's fine. I never followed my entire timetable.
Yeah, but
If I had to follow my timetable, by now, it's going to be 7 in UAE. Also,
almost 7.
By now, I must finish learning all the subjects I had planned. For today, like what will happen in class, I'm supposed to finish But no, I just slept, ate, and woke up and started recording. So my timetables never work.
It's okay, but there's something about personal development also includes your mental stability, everything about you. Okay, but I think just have a mental stability finally work. Yeah. So moving on to the next point, because we have some more to do and we have to finish actually. So I think I'm just going to tell you the next point. The next point is stop and decide to do something fulfilling. Do something what really means, what has a good meaning. I didn't stop. Also, do something that basically makes you happy. It's the same thing. Honey. Now, the
Just
next one.
someone's forcing you, I'm just into 1 second, 1 or 2 seconds. If someone's forcing you to go to the direction that you hate, like you love to become I know you want to become an artist, but they're forcing you to become a doctor just because you're really good at science, but you just want to follow your passion or not. That's when you have to stop over there, speak up, say no to your family, and say what you're good at, and follow what you want to fulfill what you want to do. This includes the entire ikigai.
Exactly. Just prove it, prove that you can do it. And there's so many things that need to be proved, honestly. Because there are I don't know, anyways. Moving on. Let's not get distracted.
Still unsolved by grief of charity. I just said gold taxi.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, okay. Next,
Okay.
align your
Sorry.
personal values. Can I continue?
Yeah.
Thank you. Align your personal values with those of your company and business. Now, I don't really know what that means.
His brother started dating for making ear noises. So she actually muted her mic time, and now she's, I know what she's doing.
Okay, so I actually really, so I think it means you're supposed to keep a balance. I don't know. Yeah, I think that it means the same. Like your personal values and your company and business need to have a balance, I guess. Not
Yeah,
really
have a balance in everything.
maybe just have a balance of everything in life, which is hard honestly, but it's okay. It's kind of
It's not
overwhelming.
hard. See, just I'm telling you people, I love doing what I'm doing these days. First thing, I love praying to God for some reason. I know it's just struck to me that you think about God, you have this inside in me, like bright happiness that will just come on your face, and when that happiness comes on your face, everything goes as planned because I don't know, I never plan anything out. From last year, I stopped planning things out. So because I stopped, whatever is happening, I'm taking it in because I stopped expecting things because especially food, for some reason. I'm a foodie, so I love food. I expect really a good lunch. But now even if I don't, I'm like, it's still better than something that I hate. If it's what I hate, I'm like, food will be something. There'll be something like that. So there'll be something to keep you happy. So just go on that. And telling you, don't plan your life. If you want to do it, do. I'm not saying anything. But best thing in life is to not plan because no offense, Nancy, you can't plan your life out if you want to. But if you do it, you just lose the happiness of it because it's something unexpected that you did not expect to come on your way. If that thing comes, then you just don't know what to do. Okay, fine. So let's move on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then our next point is simplify. Don't make things difficult. So that's pretty easy, to understand. Just don't complicate things. But there are things that are complicated, and some people like the way it is complicated. For example, I like some things that are complicated because it thrills me. Now, but I don't have to take it that way. But it's just there. It thrills me, makes me happy, makes me excited. It's like a risk, because I like taking risks, but not major ones. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you know what I mean, but anyways. So according to this point, simplify, don't make things difficult. I think you can take a good example of overthinking. Don't overthink. Think wisely, but don't overthink. Think over it,
Yeah.
don't overthink. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next, we have love the way of your company, business, or purpose. Company slash business slash purpose. Okay. So, basically, like it talks about like they're just trying to say that love what you're doing, trying to live in the present and stuff like that. I think even if you don't like your job, whatever you're doing, you know, it's hard to like some point. Yeah, go ahead, Parvati.
Like if you she gave an example. Like if you don't like your job, it's fine. It's fine. You can first off follow what you like slowly by doing the job.
Yeah, like
start
why
something.
Exactly. Start
Exactly.
you will need
Once
it.
you get an idea on what's happening with your passion and you can just search up for something and you can actually quit that job and go to the next job. But remember, you have to at the same time take risk and be secure.
You have to be slow. Like this progress has to be slow at a point, because see, like okay, if you're thinking of schools, like okay, wait, just let me give me this real quick example and then you can continue. So you go to a school, you're not very happy there, like you're not having a lot of friends there, or you're just not feeling okay, you're just not okay, and it's a bit pressurizing. The system there is a bit pressurizing. You want to switch schools, your parents agree to it, you're switching schools, but it's not like you go to that school today and you switch it tomorrow. You need to be a bit gradual. I mean, like that's going to be hard for you to adjust. You're going to forget what you have learned, whatever. Even if you're not going to forget, even if you're like a genius or something, it's not going to be easy, right? So it better go slow. Just try and adjust. Try learning here as well, and kind of mentally preparing yourself for the other environment, because two different environments. But anyways, if it makes you happy,
Another thing.
yeah.
If you're thinking, if you know that Nancy's 13, she's much younger than me, I'm 14. So we both are like really tiny to speak about this, but it's harder than what we speak. You might think what the hell we speak, like talking, they didn't even experience anything. It's true, we didn't experience anything, we have no idea. But generally from what we know, we are saying this, and it is true. None of this thing that we are saying is something like imaginary, infatuation, hallucination.
We've been
It's
told
never
about
will
it.
come true. Whatever we are speaking, let me speak. Don't interrupt.
I'm just trying to help. Anyways, continue and then I'll help.
So when we are, though it might be really harder, it will come true, right? So try, just keep trying, try. Try is the best possible word that's ever existing. So just keep trying. That thing, what we said, it's not false, because at some point in school, high school, we all experienced it.
Yeah, we
Not
all
being the
face
job
pressure, and it's normal at some point.
as much as adult has pressure and stress and everything, youngsters, they don't have the exact same amount, because school is not teaching nowadays. They're teaching, I don't know what, college on KG1. You have to see Nancy's brother, the knowledge he had in KG1 or like grade 1
That
is so
nothing compared to like when we were younger, like in kindergarten, it's like completely different. Like his is like a bit more advanced. No shit, really.
That's what they're having so much of knowledge. And when I was in grade 1, KG1, I like barely knew ABCD. I was like getting on the track. So that's right. Nancy, you want to continue? We are having an equal amount of pressure, and we might experience most of this that you guys might not know, but just we all have our own examples in life, and we say what we experience, right? We know it, that's why we are telling it. If we had no experience on it, we won't understand it. So that's right. Nancy, continue.
Yeah, so
What? Busy drinking coffee and understanding her brother, because you must have heard it in the background. There's something wrong happening there. I will tell what I can understand. Just please sipping her coffee now. Talking to her brother, laughing.
yeah. Sorry, he was just telling me about his dream. Anyways, guys. Moving on. So basically, yeah, it's not like we are experts or something. Obviously, we're not. We're just 14. We have not seen anything in life. We're telling the truth, okay? But
Yeah.
we've been educated about this. We have seen it happening to other people. Not seen it as in they're not like personal experiences. Anyone who we know personally, but then like there's enough sources and like there's enough like that can just tell you.
Books, everything, biographies,
So
autobiography.
we have news, we have movies based on true events. What else? We have our teachers. We are educated about this. Okay, we have. We might.
Some point we experienced a bit of it. Like a
Yeah, like
tiny
if you ask me about bullying, I can tell you I've actually been bullied. It wasn't very
thing.
intense, but at some I used to cry. But the thing is whatever happened, like it's okay, like it wasn't something very intense. It wasn't like very intense bullying. It was just some rando people who I obviously don't want to mention.
Okay, fine. I will actually explain it a bit more without releasing anything. Nancy's a nerd, so am I a nerd. We take a lot of time to remember, not in the sense nerd is bad. Nerds are like really good at you are the smartest people in the world and the world needs you. The other bullies, you people have to change. Okay, bullies, you have to change, you must change. You have to become a nerd. You don't know the thrill of becoming a nerd. When you become a nerd, you get bullied. We both got bullied. I got bullied in a very bad way. I complained actually to my class teacher, and after that I got bullied even worse.
The bullies were bad.
See, let me tell you.
No. I want to say this. Please, this supports it. No. Wait. Whenever I fought back to the bullies, whenever I spoke something, dude, I was in trouble. Like, real shit trouble, okay? So this was like back in like 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. 4 years of bullying. Of me.
I was till 7. I was very invisible. People did not know I existed. Even
I
this
started
lady, Nancy did not know I existed.
I know, Bhargavi, you've just misunderstood me, okay? I knew you existed. Seriously, I did. The fact that I just didn't talk to you because you weren't around, you were talking to some other people. I can also name them if you want to, but I
was talking to my sister's class because nobody in this class
No,
would
in
ever mind.
7th grade, I saw you talking to a few people. In 6th grade, I remember you being there in class. I
Grade?
No, and then 8th
5th grade?
grade, we are like really good friends. I know. And since 8th grade, we are good friends. I've known her for a long time.
Because in 6th grade, we both were like chilling all around the school, messing up things, not helping anyone during the exhibition time. So we came to each other during the safe. That was really good. This lady over here was sitting and planning some great experiments and all.
It was worth it.
And me and Jenny were like sitting on the stairs and on the everywhere literally in each and every class, just simply going over there, even if there was no point of going and chilling like that. 7th, I got bullied the most. I complained. I got bullied even more. 8th, I became really moody because everything went wrong during it. Everything went wrong. Exams went wrong. Teacher went wrong. Lot of misunderstanding. Lot of problems in the class. I don't know whether to speak up or stay quiet because I know what the consequences of speaking up, but at the same time we have to speak up. It's good for you and for the world. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of problems.
Yeah. So
Jenny was the literal heroine of the class. She was like
she always has been. She's not like popular. She is popular, but the thing is, she's good to everyone, and she's
so
perfect.
good.
She's perfect.
She's perfect.
She's amazing.
She doesn't know how to say no. She tells a lot of sorry, which just makes you fall into her trap.
Yeah. Now we have a last point for
Bullying her, we are as official friends. We are just making fun of her.
yeah.
In a very better way. Okay, any more points?
Yeah,
Only
we have a last key, and then we have 10 rules which we don't have to explain because it's very, very, simple, and it's like summarizing everything. And then I have a few quotes. That's it. And then we'll end the episode. But I'll just tell the last point, which is also very easy. It's just the fact that you have to trust in others, and you can't trust everyone. It's hard. I know everyone has trust issues. A lot of them do.
I have.
I have to. I don't think I have. I don't know. Okay, see.
I judge people too, but not getting off that thing.
Yeah, also, so we are done with the 9 keys of Ikigai. Then we have 10 rules of Ikigai. And don't worry, we'll post all of these on our Instagram. Okay,
You can check it out. Today's story has something about Ikigai.
Yeah, if you guys know something, that's great, Anyways, so we have the 10 rules of Ikigai. I'ma fight this super fast, okay? Yeah. So stay active, semicolon, don't retire. Don't give up, basically. Take it slow. Slow progress is still progress. Beat that. Okay, sorry. Don't fill your stomach. And I think it actually literally means don't fill your stomach. Surround yourself with good friends. Get in shape for your next birthday. Smile. Reconnect with nature. Give thanks. Live in the moment and follow your Ikigai.
That's
Cool, I don't.
legendary.
Now we have the 4
Makes
keys.
sense, all these rules. Okay, now continue.
Yeah, we have 4 keys to longevity. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm joking. It's actually Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and healthy life. 4 keys. We have diet, exercise, mind exercise and body exercise, and finding your purpose Ikigai, and nurturing strong social bonds. Now we have diet. It says Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% rule, eat only until 80% full, or the 5:2, which is a ratio, fasting diet every week. I think that connects to the point, don't fill your stomach. Then we have average calorie consumption not to exceed 1,800 to 1,900 calories. Now, I don't think we can force you anything about the eating thing, because that's completely up to you. So I
Because food makes me happy.
Yeah,
In my case, chocolates, food, anything that I love, spicy and sweet.
I don't like spicy food. I like sweet. I like bland food. I don't like spicy. People wouldn't even consider me brown if I tell that I don't like spicy food, but I just cannot tolerate it.
I can tolerate it, but I like more sweet. I love chocolate.
I like sweet.
When it comes to spicy, I like sandwiches more.
Now
I
we
also really
point.
foods.
I don't like sandwiches for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways,
Yeah, since like homemade, I make these. Like,
I don't
she-
like sandwiches.
do you know Pudina, the Pudina sandwich that we usually make? It's an Indian.
Oh
thing.
yeah, the one without anything, only the green.
Yeah, only that. I like those.
I like
kind
that.
of-
I like
and
that.
bread.
You know who used to bring it? I think Janani. No, yeah, I think Janani used to bring it or something. I don't know. No, she.
Fatima Zia used to bring it. Sorry guys, you're going into our past, but we need this conversation.
Yeah, we're very sorry, guys. Anyways, moving on. We
Who
have.
brought it? Fatima Zia or Janni?
No, I think it's one of our other friends. I'll tell you the name later. I don't think we're supposed to mention names. No.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, we're very sorry. Anyways, next point we have eating the rainbow. For example, a diet featuring red peppers, carrots, spinach, cauliflower, and eggplant offers color and variety. I do not like any of these except for eggplant at some point. And yeah, anyways,
What do you like, Tansy?
I like pizza.
I love everything they just literally put in that. I'm a little veggie. I know what you're eating over there. No offense, you might be eating really good because you're with your parents. No offense, that's why I say no offense, don't make that face.
Oh my god!
Come to my house and I swear my mom cooks the best cauliflower and eggplant for you, okay? She cooks the
Cauliflower.
best.
Oh, I like cauliflower. Yeah, I like cauliflower and eggplant. Spinach is fine. Carrots are cool. Anyways, moving on. Drink green tea and stop eating sugar. We can't force you to do that as well. At some point, do not overeat sugar because that can affect your health.
Doesn't taste anything. It's so wow. It's better to eat
I like
something that you love and do exercise. I
Yeah,
would rather choose that than drinking green tea.
Yeah, it's your body. You decide what to do. It's okay, but it's just there, so we're just reading it.
Just
Anyway,
don't eat too much. Don't get obese. You will die sooner.
yeah,
It is the truth.
yeah. Don't get obese.
I'm
That's
not scaring you
kind
guys
of.
away. You will die if you eat too much very quickly. You will get obese. You will die. You will just die. You just don't eat too much. I'm telling you, to eat too much, do that much exercise, walk 30 minutes every meal, do something. Aryan finally came back. He left us in the middle, came back and is saying hi. Aryan, say hi again.
Yeah, Aryan's gone again. Now, moving on, we have exercise, mind exercise. A workout for the brain is as important as a workout for the body. Anti-aging strategies for the mind, dealing with new situations, learning something new every day, playing games and interacting with other people, reduce stress, practice mindfulness through meditation. So this is pretty easy to understand, right? Now we have exercise for the body. Avoid a sedentary lifestyle. Yeah, say sedentary. Yeah, sedentary. Stay active and stay in shape through daily gentle exercise. The right amount of sleep. A positive attitude, practice yoga or do radio. What is this? I can't read it. Oh, okay. It's radio taiso or tai chi or qi gong. If I pronounce it right, I'm sorry if the pronunciation is wrong. Now we have finding your purpose. I think we have already gone through this, but let's just read it again. Go with the flow, immense in the experience, be in the present. High concentration, achieve flow through knowing what to do, knowing how to do it, knowing how well you're doing it, knowing where to go, perceiving challenges, perceiving significant skills, being free from distractions, avoid multitasking, enjoy mundane tasks, practice and meditation. Then we have nurturing strong social bonds, which is very important. I think if you have good bonds, like healthy bonds with people around you, then you have a mental, you're mentally stable. If you're mentally stable, you're physically stable. If you're physically stable, mentally stable, and have good people around you, then you lead a happy life.
And even if there are bad things happening, just with you, on your surroundings, stay positive. Forget it. Because that thing,
Always that one
there decided to give it to you. He decided to give you something better also. So I had bad situation, but along with that, he gave me a happy heart. That's something good he gave. So search for the better. I'm saying you, this year and last year was really, really sad, depressing. That's why I'm emphasizing the word happy more. So smile, smile, smile.
There are so many people who have lost their life. We know it. It's very sad to think about. A lot of people we know have lost their life, which is very, very sad. A lot of changes, and we know it's very difficult to go through. We can understand, if we imagine ourselves in their place, it would be a total disaster. If I wouldn't even go through any of it, I would be broken, legit. But it's very hard.
Still a positive side. What's wrong with people during 2020 and 2021 beginning? Thing was, I'm continuing also because I'm still seeing New Year's Eve at the very start. Thing was, just imagine yourself in a very, 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 very dark room, and there is how you have a pen dot when you make a dot with a pen. That tiny there's a light, but you have to open it up, which you can't see. If a person manages to see that dot, which is clearly bright enough, then your entire life will become happy.
It will.
That's going to cover up everything. You just have to see that light. I can become a motivational speaker when I grow up.
You can, definitely. Okay, so now we have nurturing strong social bonds. We have smile and have a good time. Celebrate each day. Chat each day with the people you love. Stay busy with tasks that allow you to relax. Yeah. Now, we have a few quotes we'll tell. This is by Dalai Lama. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, and do the mostly live. Okay. Now we have another one. Just give me a minute. I'm finding it. Yeah. These are the following quotes are from the book. We haven't read it, but we found it. Okay. So yeah.
clearly mutes her mic to shout her brother. She's doing it now or doing something else, and she comes back like she'll do it now. And
Yeah, I'm back. So the following quotes are from the book that we found. The only moment in which you can be truly alive is the present moment, and so it's like the same thing: living in the present, living in the present. Now we have another one. Don't worry about the outcome; it will come naturally. Happiness is in doing, not in the result. As a rule of thumb, remind yourself: rituals over goals. So that's amazing. Now we have another one. Our ikigai is different for all of us, but one thing we have in common is that we are all searching for meaning. That's true.
searching for what?
Meaning in life. Yeah, which is pretty, yeah, simple. Life is not a problem to be solved.
Nice, I like that. Life is beautiful when it's in mess, and it should be.
It should be. Now, a lot of sitting will age you. A lot of sitting will age you. So, like that sitting, like don't sit continuously. Like actually, literally means like don't sit continuously. And we have another one which I think I already told. Happiness is in doing, not in the result. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we'll also post a
Most
list.
of this,
Uh-huh.
you guys know that I love my Lord Krishna. I feel most of these are already said by him.
Yeah.
I feel, they say that I don't know why I feel that I'm not boosting or saying anything. I feel Ikigai is, we already knew Ikigai, but we haven't ever named it. And we just came to know the name.
It's like it's not only a Japanese concept. It's a concept. It is a Japanese concept. It's a ritual basically. But then, one thing is that it is known by a lot of people. It has been discovered before, obviously, right? Everyone knows there's a meaning to life.
Personally, it's been discovered, but you never named it. That's it.
Yeah, there's not been a very kind of like, and not enlarged, but more detailed kind of explanation of it.
Explained.
Yeah. So guys, I think it's time to end our episode. But then
I have work.
yeah, I have work with it. Now we have all of these pictures. We'll post them. We also have this little paragraph. It's about it's kind of spiritual, so it's relating, and I really liked it. So I'll post it. Also, I think yeah. So that's pretty much if you have any suggestions or complaints, feel free to DM us or mail us, or yeah, just do whatever you want to do. You just need to
just
talk
say
about it.
it.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll accept it. We won't curse you or do anything. It's
Yeah,
good.
we
Completely
don't do that.
good.
Now,
It helps.
we are here to make friends. We are here to have a very peaceful surrounding environment. Anyways, yeah. So hope we make a cool episode with Janani not as soon as she returns, but hopefully when she comes back and we all are free, we'll make an episode.
You're not free these days, right?
No,
Nancy?
who me?
I'm not free these days. I have lots of things to do.
Yeah, I know. I
I
also
have sleep. I have no idea how much I'm sleeping every day. Sometimes I sleep 2 hours, sometimes I sleep 4 hours.
huh.
I'm
Anyway,
literally feeling so sleepy right now for some reason. Just suddenly
you just
coming
slept
up.
and woke up, right?
I slept and woke up, but that's being like 2 hours from now. No, wait, 1.5 hours. I woke. No. Yeah, 1.5 hours. 5:30 I woke up. Yeah,
Okay,
I woke
so
up.
we'll have to end the episode. Bye, guys. Have a great day. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode with a brand new motivation. But also, one more thing. I don't know if Bhargavi said this, but Janani will keep recording and posting from there as well. It does not mean we'll have 2 episodes per week, but yeah, we'll balance them. Anyways, check our other episodes out if you want to. We're pretty cool. We're pretty legit. We're pretty cool. We're pretty legit. Anyways, yeah.
We can't say it. Anyways, well, we are in our own personal lives. We are really legit and cool and happy. But in from the podcast, they guys already decided. Anyways, coming back. Bye. Smile.
Bye, everyone.
Spread
Bye.
love.
Have a great day.
Medicine to cure Nancy's craziness and really helpful. And I call it.
Anyways,
So yeah.
yeah, see you guys next week with a brand new motivation with a brand new episode. Bye.
It's a brand new topic. So
Also,
bye.
obviously. Bye.